Your defensive coordinator of the Chiefs, what are 5 moves you would make to improve the unit? I'm going to cut it to 3 because it's hard to do 5 things on the defense without shaking up entirely. And we have time constraints. So my 3, man,
We all have the same number one.
yeah, I'd play Juan Thornhill more over Dan Sorensen.
Whoa.
I know that's
Controversial.
a hot take. I would move Chris Jones back inside almost full time. And I would get Rashad Fenton on the field more over guys like Baker and Hughes. I think those 3 alone would help a pretty decent amount. Mark, what would your top 3 moves be if you're the defensive coordinator?
Yeah, I'm playing Thornhill a lot more, and I'm playing Willie Gay almost every snap if I can, just because he gives you an athletic
I think you will.
linebacker. Yeah, I think he's going to get there. I think he's going to get there. So that would be mine. And then, I mean, this is kind of depending on health, but yeah, just getting the whole defensive line playing together and getting the right mix. Like, I guess he's asking me what my mix would be, which I don't even know right now. It's hard to say, but yeah, it would be. I guess I might put Chris back in the middle, like you said, Jordan, and then have Mike Dan on the outside.
Yep.
Just because he's looked really good. He's actually surprised me of the second-year jump guys. Like, I had him being a guy that I didn't think would see the field as much this year, and he's just totally proved me wrong. So I'm really happy for him.
I'm willing to let Chris play some defensive end. It's just the Chiefs are kind of just playing him full time as a defensive end. I'm willing to do kind of like what the Texans did with JJ Watt and like moving him around a lot and just matching him up against bad players, whether that be inside or outside for specific teams. But I would at least move him around more. They haven't been doing that at all. So that would be one. And then Jordan, you stole my other 2. Juan Thornhill, of course, is one. And Rashad Fenton played well. Why? Just he should be the CB3, and right now it'd be CB2 because Travarius is injured. So just play him more. Let him go.
Really quick on Fenton. I don't know about you guys, but I literally jumped out of my seat in my house when I was watching the game when he started taunting the guy when he got the 3rd down, batted down pass. Because I thought he was going to give him a first down, and I was about to get really pissed at him.
I usually am annoyed by that, especially when you're losing. But the defense needs some sort of attitude right now. Yeah. And the fact that he was showing it, I'm like, you know what? I kind of appreciate it because the people you would expect to, the players you would expect to have that attitude haven't really shown it from what we've seen so far. So at least somebody was trying to be a hype man or a trash talker or somebody with attitude. So I kind of appreciated that.
That's absolutely. True. Yeah,
totally. I was going to say, it's like, you don't want to get the penalty. That was my biggest thing. As long as there wasn't a penalty, that's I'm fair. Totally cool with it. So yeah, just keep on being strong. Keep on being confident. That's another thing.
Yeah. And Christian Gumminger, another good question. We've had a ton of good ones this week. He wants to know, if the Chiefs trade for Marlon Mack, does that mean they are trying to have the worst defense of all time? I don't think the 2 necessarily correlate, but like if you are addressing a need that isn't really even a need at running back, then why aren't you addressing needs that are needs on defense? You know what I mean? So it would be a bad look, I think, especially depending on the compensation they give up. Connor, what do you think about that whole Marlon Mack, and does that reflect on the defense?
I don't think because they're looking at Mack doesn't mean they're also looking at defensive players. It's just this one got reported.
Yeah.
I think they are looking at defensive players. I mean, how could you not? Do we really, in the same breath that we say Veach has been a good GM, do we really say in the same breath that, oh, he's so dumb that he's not looking at improving the 7th worst defense of all time through 5 weeks? I don't think those really can coexist. So I think he is looking at stuff on defense. It's the middle of the season, so there's not a lot of good options. So unless they're trading for one of those prime trade candidates who will cause the Chiefs to move around money, there's not a lot out there. So like John Brown was just signed after weeks of people clamoring to sign him to the practice squad of the Broncos. It's obvious that no NFL teams really wanted him, and maybe there's a reason. Same for everybody else that's a free agent. So I don't think the interest in Marlon Mack really precludes any interest in other defensive additions.
Yep. Mark, what do you think?
I totally agree with you guys. I don't think one has to do with the other. I actually would really like to get Marlon Mack in here. I like what he brings to the table. I know that the Colts liked him and he just got hurt a lot. And then they signed Hines to a weird, like fairly large extension. And I thought that was just strange because they drafted Jonathan Taylor, who looks pretty good. So I think they're just trying to get something for Mack at this point. Because I don't.
It wouldn't be a lot.
Yeah, I don't think it would be a lot because he's going to be a free agent at the end of this year, I believe. And yeah, I don't think that the Colts are going to be a playoff team. So I think if they can just get something for him, they'll be happy. So if you can trade like a future 7th round pick or something like that for Marlon Mack, that would be great.
Just call in a favor with Chris Ballard. Say, hey, it's your old friend Brett Veach. How about a 2024 conditional 7th?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm down.